Welcome to another video, The Walk of the Wild Side, and I am here in Blackpool. I am currently on Lytham Road, just across the road from the old Southshore Free Library, just over there. How many libraries did Blackpool have in the olden days? Well, quite a lot, but they're not really libraries now. Well, this one isn't. It's a community centre, Bloomfield Youth Centre. Anyway, what I thought I'd do in this video is to take on a little bit of a tour around this area. Now, we used to call it Southshore. Lots of shops down here, at least there used to be lots of good shops down here in the olden days. It's not quite the same now as what it used to be. It was like an alternative to the town centre, if you know what I mean, because the town centre, we used to live down here, down this way, and it took us about, what, 15 minutes or so to walk into Waterloo Road area. Waterloo Road's this way, by the way, and go to the shops. Not quite the same as it used to be, but they've still got quite a few shops down this end. You can see the tower there, of course. Now the view towards the tower is a bit clearer now. They've got rid of the police station, because the police station used to block part of the view, but that's gone now. But anyway, let's go on a little tour of this area of Blackpool. Please excuse the traffic noise, but we're looking northwards along Lytham Road here. You can see the tower there. And like I say, the old police station, Bonnet Street Police Station, used to take up the bottom half, or the bottom part of the tower there. And just up that way we've got a couple of churches, which I've included in previous videos, and we've got the Excelsior pub. That's Alexandra Road over there. It leads to the promenade that way. We've got quite a few hotels down there as well. And I'm going to head this way. I'm going to head towards the south, and we'll take a bit of a nosy round. I'm sorry about the traffic. It's actually pretty busy. So if you head all the way that way down there, it'll take you right to the airport, the entrance to Blackpool Airport, and a very different part of Lytham Road. So different to this part. This part is, it's fallen on hard times really, but let's have a little look at this building, shall we? The Southshore Free Library. This wasn't our library. Our library was Martin Branch Library on Waterloo Road. But as you can see now, it's a youth centre, the Boathouse Youth Centre. The only library in Blackpool now, the only proper, well, I think Lytham Library is a library. I might be wrong. The central library in town, of course. 1893. And you know, there's a little street next to here as well. Look at this street here, look, it's hidden away here. It's called Adrian Street. And I thought that was a bottle of beer down there. And it's extra virgin olive oil. Pardon me for thinking that might have been a bottle of beer, but you know, it's you do tend to see quite a lot of that. You can see the old cobbles, or should I call them sets down there that they covered up with the tarmac. But yeah, this is a street, folks. Look at this. It's amazing what you find in Blackpool, isn't it, when you look down some of these little narrow roads that look a bit like an alleyway. That looks like it was some sort of factory at one time there. Do you think? Interesting. Well, this is the back of the library. Seagulls are going mental. I'll be glad when they stop kicking off with the nesting. I think they've still got the young ones, haven't they? So we'll come back out onto Lytham Road again. That road straight over there is called, let me see what it's called. There's lots of little roads that come off at Duke Street. So that's called Duke Street, and that's a dead end. Well, a lot of these roads on this side are all dead ends because it used to be where the railway line used to go. The railway line used to go down on this side. So all the roads on this side are dead end. So what have we got over the road? We've got a mini market over here next to the library. We've got a Turkish barber on the corner, and just here we've got the Albert pub. The Albert, it's a Mark Kelly's pub. I remember going in the Albert in the olden days, you know. Not that I was a big pub goer, but I used to go. We used to go sometimes in the Albert. Yeah. Interesting. So now it's owned by Mark Kelly's, and just want to show you this street here. Now this street is called Bull Street. We've got a mobile phone hospital on the corner. Not sure if it's current. Let's have a little look down here, shall we? Now down here on the left hand side, you see where those new houses are? That's where they used to have a linen. It's a linen cleaners or something. I think they used to clean linen, and there was a massive fire and it destroyed the whole building. Yeah, that was a few years ago, and then they built those houses there. Yeah, that was a huge fire at the time. Yeah, one of the many fires that have destroyed buildings in Blackpool. As we come back up to Lytham Road, we're looking at the Albert over there. Just here we've got Turp's Kitchen. It's had all the windows put through. That there, look. Wow. Wonder what's happened there. What's that all about? Anyway, we'll carry on. So just over the road, we've got that road over there is called Shore Road. Someone looking at me funny because I'm talking to myself. Shore Road over there. There's a church down there. It's a weird place to have a church, but you know, there are churches everywhere. Well, there still are in Blackpool, but no one really uses them now. At least not like they used to. Now this is interesting because we've just come to a road here that's called Castigate. And I just want to show you down here a bit. Can you see there, Castigate? Again, it's a dead end. Can you see? It's a dead end, but they've got some unit at the back there, behind the gates, and they've got all these houses, all these terraced houses here, which were built, I don't know, about 15 years ago or so. It was quite industrial down here in the olden days. In fact, there was a confectioner's that I used to work at down here, a rock factory. Yeah, so just down here, Castigate in Southshore was a rock factory. There was many rock factories in Blackpool, and it was my first job, the first job that I ever had, and it was just down here. I can't remember. Now I can't remember the name of it, funny enough, but it was at the end there. It was just at the end, and I worked there for a season. I think it was 1987 or 1988, and I tell you what, it was hard graft. It was proper hard graft working in that rock factory, especially when it was a nice day outside, the sun was shining, and there you were stuck in a rock factory roasting away. Proper hard graft, especially not just for us who did all the packing and all that sort of stuff, but the sugar boiler as well. They had a sugar boiler who come down first thing in the morning, put it in a big pot, and he boiled the sugar, and then it got poured out, and obviously it ended up as rock, and we were rolling the rock and all that sort of stuff. And that's what it was, yeah. And we made rock all over the country here in Blackpool at that factory, and that was just one of many, and I can't remember the name. If anyone can remember the name, let me know. So we'll leave Castigate behind and we'll head back up to Lytham Road again. We've got the Taj Mahal Indian and restaurant takeaway over there. We've got a building here, that's quite a grand looking building, that. And that used to be where the Wetherspoons was. At Blackpool's first Wetherspoons, it was called the Gavel. And that was there, look at that. Who remembers the Gavel? There you go, that's where it was. Still got the sign up, look, the Gavel. And next door to that, we've got Markelly South. Now, I think Markelly South is now closed. And I think, I'm not too sure whether the person that was running it was, I don't know, involved in some goings on, but I think it's closed now, Markelly South, yeah. So he remembers the Gavel, the Wetherspoons, the first one in Blackpool. It was right there. I don't think I ever went in, you know. No, I don't think I did. Just behind me we've got a Premier taxi office, but they've actually moved to a bigger premises up this way. Just up here, they've moved to the old NatWest Bank. Oh, there's the first KFC in Blackpool, that one there. That was the only KFC we had in Blackpool. It was that one right there, here on Lytham Road, the original KFC in Blackpool. Well, let's have a little look over the road again. We've got a reptile house here. Now, I can remember when that was the original cash converters. Cash converters, Blackpool, the original one from Australia. You know, we've got a lot of knockoff ones going now, haven't we? There's loads of them, they're all over the place, aren't they? But this was the original cash converters in Blackpool, and this road here is called Bagot Street. And this is actually a dead end. It's got industrial stuff at the bottom. It's terrace houses, Coronation Street type. They look like they're leaning a bit, those houses, actually. What do you reckon? So there are quite a few little streets around here that are cul-de-sacs, but the cul-de-sacs are mainly on that side. That road over there is called, I can't tell because the sign's partly missing. Something Lee Road. Carry on. Past the original KFC in Blackpool. I want to quickly show you over here what we got over here. Jenny's Round Table. It used to be anyway. Lindale Fabrics, Coral Bookmakers. And we've also got the Tesco Express, which used to be Lennon's. Who remembers Lennon's? Lennon's. Lennon's. Dog and Partridge pub. And just up from the Dog and Partridge upstairs is, I believe, or is it up here, Riley's Pool and Snooker Hall? Q's, or is it Q's? Ah, it's Q's, isn't it? Q's Snooker Hall. Anyway, we'll carry on. Just up here we've got the Royal Oak pub. It's reopened again. It was closed for a while, but it's reopened now. And this road here, this road is called Hilton Avenue. Hilton. Let's have a little look down here because we're down the back of the Palladium. See that? See that big building there? That's a Palladium. The Palladium Theatre. My mum used to go to bingo there. So we've got another little street here. Got yet another little street there. Look, Ward Street. That's actually a street, look. Oh, look at that, look at the cat running across there. Proper Coronation Street, in it? Area. So there you go, this is the back of the Palladium. It's a building that's owned by Howard Plant. It's now a mixed use building. They've got a gym in there, I believe. And they've got Pizza Hut and some other stuff in there. It's not a theatre anymore. I'll have to see if I can go in sometime and have a nosy. But anyway, we'll just head over here, shall we? Let's have a little look down. Oh, look at that view of the tower. Straight down, or straight up Lytham Road, should I say, towards the north. Comes out at Manchester Square. It's funny, but there's no one begging outside the Tesco. There usually is. Well, I'll just give you a look around. So I was just down that street there. There's a Royal Oak. We'll have bands playing in the Royal Oak, won't they? It's one of those pubs. So we're just at the roundabout now, the junction with Waterloo Road. I can hear sirens. Oh, it's kicking off. Probably just an ambulance. Because we're not too far away from the ambulance hub. So this is the junction with Waterloo Road. This is where we used to do all our shopping down here in the olden days. Some things never change. We've still got the William Hill. I remember when my dad used to go in there in the olden days. I'm going back to the late 70s now. The William Hill. And someone told me that this is on an angle here because the building actually used to come to the corner 90 degrees, and it was the Dog and Partridge pub, and the Bookies was behind it, and that's why it's on an angle like this. Did you see that? If anyone could confirm that for me, let me know. But we've got the Pound Bakery over here. Oh, bloody hell. Some of these smashing windows again. hell. That's a nightmare, isn't it? Wow. So that's Waterloo Road. There's the front of the Palladium there, grand building. You've got the Royal Oak there. And you can see the Palladium up there. Look at that there. That Pizza Hut in there. It looks like they do auctions in there. Just crossing over now. And I just want to show you this store here. This used to be Thunderbooks. Who remembers Thunderbooks? The magazines, American comics. Still see the signs up there. Look, American comics, videos, model kits, film and TV books. Thunderbooks. This is where it was. Right here. Let's have a little look over this side. We've still got Halifax Bank. There is a Halifax Bank here in this part of town. How long is that going to be here for? Because all the banks are disappearing, aren't they? We've got a cafe there, Mayor's Meals, Nails Bar. Someone just honking at me in a Seat Altea, whoever that was. If you're watching, that truck there has got a fixed penalty notice on it. So they've been a bit naughty. And I just want to show you this, because we've got loads of old banks around Blackpool. I mean, you can just tell straight away what a bank was, can't you? Look at this building here, look. It's now a solicitor's, Barker, Booth and Eastwood. Solicitors since 1969. That's an interesting year, that, yeah. Oh, little seagull there. Did it take off? Yeah. You know, I don't like the noise that those little seagulls make. It's horrible. I don't know the name of this road, but it looks like it's unadopted, can you see? A little road here that goes down the back here, and there's houses, look. You can actually see houses down there. That's amazing, isn't it? Houses or a house. Interesting. But yes. Yeah, we have a lot of businesses along here, professional services, accountancy, solicitors. This used to be a bank, it used to be the NatWest, and now, like I said, Premier Taxis have moved to here. So it's not an old building though, it's like it's a 60s car bumper, that bank, isn't it? They're not all pretty, are they? Barker, Booth and Eastwood have got this place here as well. I think I went there once in the olden days. Can't remember what it was for, but I wasn't suing anybody, but I had to go to Barker, Booth and Eastwood for something. Let's have a little look over the road, because over here we've got the Enterprise Centre, and this used to be where the Blackpool Lido swimming baths were. So there you go. So that was a little tour of this area of Blackpool. We used to call it Southshore in the olden days. All this section here, Southshore. As you go a little bit further where I started, technically that's Central Blackpool or Bloomfield, the FY1 postcode. I'm actually in the FY4 postcode. The divider is actually Waterloo Road, just here, that main road with all the shops on. So that's like the divider between FY4 postcode and Central Blackpool FY1. So if there's anyone that can confirm any of those things I was talking about back there, about the confectioners, I can't remember the name of the confectioners, but I know I worked there all season. And like I say, it was proper hard graft it was. There was one other thing I remember as well. They bought a forklift to make things easier to move stuff around, sugar in it. I used to get massive sacks of sugar. And they thought, oh, brilliant, we've got a forklift now, we can move all the sugar around dead easy, but they cocked up with the forklift, didn't they? And you know how they have like a boom on that lifts the grabber, and they have something above that goes higher up? They couldn't fit the forklift in the factory when they were lifting the thing up, so they made a right cock up there, didn't they? So anyway, that's it. That's my little tour of this area of Blackpool, a little bit of a history tour. I hope you like it. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.